Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you so much for all that you do for this community to keep growing. Hope you're well in all your ways, Your Majesties, and you're loving yourself and others like always, because you can't give what you don't have. And that's why we emphasize on loving yourself so you love your neighbor. All right. Today I'm taking you to things happening around Alkebulan, positive things happening around that the mainstream media might not bring to your notice. And that's why I'm here for you, Your Majesties. All right. Now, we got this. It's not circulating as it should. Um, just because Alkebulans are beginning to tell themselves, oh, we need to wake up, we need to stand up for ourselves, and we need to make Alkebulan great. Now, the first thing here is the Guinea president banning Americans from their country. And there is a reason why it is happening that way. Gone are the days where America can go anywhere and do whatever they want. All right. I think I keep saying this here that the way we get so excited when we see a white person and feel, oh, it's all positivity, oh, it's all beautiful, oh, it's all for the best. The way we get excited when we look at them or when we see them is hurting us in one way or the other, because they're coming with whatever they are moving around. Or mind you, when I say banning Americans, we're talking about the white Americans, is not Your Majesties, all right? Because this is home for you, and there is no one anywhere that have the right to ban you from coming to your home. So when I talk about Americans, I'm talking about the white Americans, all right? Now, like I said, I'm happy to see things like this, to have news like this. And I think you should be happy as well, because the time has come. All right. This time now is time for Alkebulan. This is time for the motherland. And things is taking a shift. If you haven't noticed, Your Majesties, something is going on around the world right now. All right. The first thing was the banning of Americans. And the reason you're going to see it shortly. And the second thing is Mali. Mali dropping the French language as its official language, Your Majesties. These are good news. These are good news that should be celebrated. Both of them are news that should be celebrated. And why not we listen to the whole story?
Americans are running away from La Guinea. As you can see in these pictures, these are fresh pictures of American citizens escaping from La Guinea with immediate effect. On Monday, July 17, 2023, the military coup leader of La Guinea, Mamadou Doumbouya, issued a statement that said that all Americans should leave their country within 7 days. According to the military coup leader Mamadou Doumbouya, he said Americans that are in the country are manipulating the system and forcing the LGBTQ rights in the faces of traditional people. According to the La Guinea leader Mamadou Doumbouya, he said LGBTQ is not a practice of the people of Guinea and will never be a practice. So right now, as we speak, if you are an American and you have an American passport, you are no longer allowed to travel to Guinea. So the people that are currently in Guinea, the American citizens that are currently in Guinea, they were asked to leave the country within 7 days or face massive and conducive prosecution.
Mali has just dropped French as its official language. Mali has taken a significant step in reshaping its identity as an independent nation by removing French as its official language, a move that comes more than 6 decades after gaining independence from French colonial rule. The decision was recently enshrined in the country's new constitution, which was adopted this year. The Constitutional Court of Mali validated the final results of a June referendum on the draft constitution, with an overwhelming 96.91% approval from voters. As per the new constitution, French will still retain its position as the primary working language in the country for the moment, till other alternatives are made available. However, a noteworthy change is the formal recognition of the 13 national languages spoken within Mali as official languages. This recognition signifies a long overdue acknowledgement of the linguistic diversity and cultural richness that exists within the nation. Moreover, the new constitution retains an additional 70 local languages, including Bambara, Bobo, Dogon, and Minyanka, some of which were previously granted national language status through a decree in 1982. Preserving these local languages reflects the government's commitment to nurturing the unique heritage of various regions within Mali. Mali's interim president Assimi Goïta declared that the implementation of the new constitutional framework marks the inception of the Fourth Republic in the former French colony. This significant moment signals Mali's renewed path as an independent and sovereign nation. The decision to remove French as the official language also reflects the evolving dynamics in the relationship between Mali and its former colonial ruler, France. In recent years, there has been a noticeable surge in anti-French sentiment across France's former West African colonies. This sentiment has been fueled by France's continued exploitation of its former colony. France's decision to withdraw its troops from Mali in August marked the end of a 9-year military operation aimed at combating armed groups in the region. The withdrawal further impacted the bilateral relations between Paris and Bamako, leading to a halt in development aid to Mali and the cessation of operations for NGOs and aid groups funded by France in the country as punishment for the rebellion. In conclusion, Mali's decision to remove French as its official language and the formal recognition of national and local languages within the country represents a crucial step in asserting its cultural identity and linguistic diversity. This move comes amidst a period of political transformation and rebuilding, as Mali looks forward to the establishment of a new democratic era. As the nation embarks on the journey of the Fourth Republic, it stands as an example of asserting national sovereignty and promoting linguistic and cultural heritage. Other countries, including Rwanda, have also taken similar strides in recognizing and preserving their local languages, emphasizing the importance of embracing diversity and cultural richness on a global scale.
All right, Your Majesties, I believe we heard all that, and it's all good news from this end, all right, because it's something that we should be proud of, what is happening right now in the motherland. Now, to the first story about banning of Americans. You know, this whole LGBTQ issues. It's like I don't know if the American government paid some persons to move around the continent, because um around the time where these LGBTQ issues started rising up in Alkebulan, and American government threatening some countries in Alkebulan, within that time till now, when you check the rates, the number of white Americans that are flocking to the continent, they've increased. They've increased a whole lot. All right. Now, you get some of this person moving around countries like this, all right, and trying to initiate our children into these things. And when you get to see the age, the average age of these children that they are peeking around themselves, you ask yourself, but what is really wrong with these people? These are children that really do not even understand what this thing is, the effect this thing has. All right, they want to catch these children at their very young age. Now, this whole ideology, they put it in the head of our people, try to force this thing into them. And then there are some school of thought that believe that homosexuality has been practiced a long time in the continent, or try to force it into us, try to force it into the system. It has been there. Calling the names of some kings. There was a time, the first time I talked about this thing here, I think I brought something here for you. That lady was from Kenya, all right, because her debate was that they are not the first type. There have been Africans in ancient times who are homosexuals, and there was a name of a king that was called, and then the place also was called, which I'm not going to mention here. Now, all these things, all this excavation of history, try to get something to hold on to and say, okay, this is why we are who we are. It's not a Western influence. It is something that is rooted in the African culture. But Your Majesties, it's not it. Now, if you go back to the times where these people are quoting from, you see that a lot of things went down around that time, because people saw what he or she was doing as a wrong thing. Because I don't know what to call it. Is it he, she, or she, he, or she? I don't know what to say, Your Majesties, because most of them that feel that they are now women, they don't like you when you say he. When you refer to them as a he, they don't like it. And those who claim they are now men, when you refer to them as a she, they don't like it. Can you imagine how far we are going? how far we are going. We should be people that reason. We should be people that control ourselves. Self-control is a gift. And if you're a person and you don't have that in possession, you don't possess what we call self-control, something is really wrong. So these are the things that we talk about. And this is why, the government of Guinea are saying, no, it's okay. We are done with this. Enough. Just pack your things and leave our country, because you can't come here and influence such a thing to us. It's against our cultures, our tradition, and everything, Your Majesties. This is what we will keep saying, because truly it is against our culture, our tradition, and the rest of them. Now back to Mali denouncing the French language. This is so beautiful. And if other countries in Alkebulan can do same. Now, it's not that they can't speak the French. No, it's a plus if you can speak many languages. But for this, foreign language to be a language that is pronounced an official language, that shows that something is wrong with us. Something has been wrong with us, Alkebulans. English becoming a general language where what we use to do everything. Something is wrong with us. All right? For English, which we speak, all right, to be a general language, something is wrong. We have our own language before these people came. Now they came and forced these languages on us, and then we in turn make it an official language, to the point that if you're in a French country, a French colonized world, a country, and then you speak your language, you don't know how to speak French, some look at you like you're not a civilized person, you don't know what you're doing, you're not educated. If you are in the path where the Europeans colonized and you don't know how to speak English, some will tell you, you are not, you're not educated enough. I think a lot of you have even come up here to do some corrections, and some of you were even arguing with yourself. Oh, it's not like this, it's like that. Speak it this way. Your Majesties, I'm not English. I'm using this right now because this is the unfortunate situation that we find ourselves. And it's still good because I can still communicate with you. And you know why? If this English was not available, there would have been another language that we would have been using. I hope you get this. So it's something that is good, and it's good news. What do you think, Your Majesties? Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.